Hi everybody, I'm Andrew Coates, author of Angels Call to War. We're exploring the 9 numbers. The theory says that frequency is mirrored in everything according to the numbers 1 through 9. As a barefoot practitioner, we are taught to use many tools at once. Food as medicine, herbs, acupuncture, massage, tai chi, qigong, numbers, astrology and feng shui. Everything inside the body and outside resonate with the 9 numbers. This is how we treat a client, a patient, a friend, or even a family member. We look for disharmony and then look to reharmonize via the methods mentioned above. I might remind us all that the overwhelming power above all frequency theory and vibration is the power of imagination. Divine imagination that forms the ideals and imagery that creates our world. But within your life movie, my life movie, we operate within and through the frequencies that bring our life experience about. So the numbers are all about creation and experience. Now there are certain attitudes of expression and feeling that correspond with each number. Without the right feeling and attitude, imagination doesn't work. The attitude, thoughts and emotions are linked to the meridians of chi in the body. It is a universal model. Okay, previously I touched on number 1. This short video will touch on number 9. The frequency that creates the number 9 is observed within the body through the heart, and the heart's function as a sump pump. The pump's action is triggered by intelligence within the blood. The communication agent is a hormone managed by the endocrine system, with the adrenals as the master of all hormones. The adrenals lie behind the kidneys, and this correlates with number 1. And now we see how the number 1 frequency and its correlating body component, the kidney and the adrenals behind it, is linked to the next number, in this case, number 9. The heart responds to the buildup of pressure by the blood outside. The heart responds and opens and then contracts. It is important to review the subtle difference in viewpoint of the heart, not to see the heart as a standard pump, but as a sump pump. Please look up the definition of a sump pump used on a farm for irrigating crops. It might give you a good general understanding of the behavior of a sump pump. And so, the blood moves throughout the body, through the major organs, via the arteries, and fulfills its composite role of taking oxygen to muscles and various tissues, and then returning to the lungs for reoxygenation. Now, the interesting function of the heart at the next subtle level, the astral level, is where the heart's equally powerful function exists. Let me try to illustrate it. One day a friend of mine and I went to the butcher to get a pig's heart. The butcher handed the organ over and we opened it up. We removed the sinuate that holds its knotted shape together via glue, and without injuring the muscle we unwound it and looked upon one continuous tube. It had 2 folds or dents from its previous knotted shape. But once we unfolded the tube, the wrinkle released and we could look down the tube from one end to the other. Inside it was spiraled. How fascinating. Now to the astral dimension and how it's linked to this earthly one. The unseen chakra lying in this region of the spine is an energy doorway. It opens and closes at differing moments of the day. Perhaps it's triggered by events, sentiment and emotion. And the physical organ, with its spiralic inner tube, fuses subtle energies from the next dimension. It infuses that energy with the blood. Isn't this a fascinating idea, that energy from the next dimension, spirit, is infused with the blood, and that the organ, the subtle function of the organ of the heart, is to infuse this spirit with the blood? I do love this idea. It also aligns with spirit and thought and is further modified by the frequency of language, responding particularly to truth, honesty, sincerity, facts, data, and information in general, all components that resonate with the frequency of number 9. It is disrupted by falsehoods, lies, and vanity. It probably won't surprise you that we are in the final year of a 12-year cycle and that the frequency of this cycle was 9. Finishing February next year, 2025, and that this 9 cycle revealed its negative traits, most noticeably within social media and the very popular relationship complaint of narcissism, a function of a dysfunctional 9 energy. Now, even the symbol itself, number 9, is a creation by the originating frequency, and in Taoist medicine and the Bagua we have the 3-lined trigram. So this 3-line trigram is closer to representing the original frequency. The trigram vibrates at the frequency corresponding to the spirit of fire, also described as illumination and known by experience through rites of initiation in your spiritual path, whatever that spiritual path might be. We know that the alignment of the fire energy, number 9, is at 12 o'clock in a room or in your house. So let's move on to another example. Practically, if someone were to experience tremors, we might massage Shen Men, Heart 7, master point of the channel. We might also do pericardium 6 at the same time. I have been in a position when a friend was experiencing a heart attack and I stimulated these points, and the problem was forestalled for a further 2 years. Okay, now let's look at feng shui. This is a different example. In the realm of feng shui, I walked into a house once, and at first sight it appeared quite beautiful. Well laid out, lovely furniture, very neat and tidy and clean. But, interestingly, a couch blocked access to a double door to a patio. The double door was locked and had been locked for quite some time, and it was sitting at the 12 o'clock position of the floor plan of the house. I felt the obstruction in my chest and a shortness of breath when I walked into the house. I met the wife and husband of the house, and he was convalescing. He had just returned from hospital after a heart attack. I suggested a move of the furniture, but I had not been engaged as a feng shui consultant, and I was in a Christian house. They were not open to my viewpoint. What an interesting turn of events, don't you think? Okay, that's an intro to the number 9 and the trigram fire. Foods that support the heart are grass-fed yearling heart, red and orange fruits and vegetables such as capsicum, bell pepper. Blood builds, of course, stimulate not only the heart but all organs, of course. And remember that food combination by Dr. Hayes is a fast and easy fix for body chemistry. It doesn't matter whether you are a vegetarian or a carnivore. It all comes down to chemistry. See you in the next video.